Welcome to my Himalayan ride. Yesterday we travelled by taxi from Delhi to Kufri, which is in the foothills of the Himalayas. Just before reaching Kufri, we passed through the beautiful hill town of Shimla, once the summer capital village in India. This hill amongst the mountains, its colonial architecture and rich history make it one of the most picturesque towns in the region. Shimla also has one of the most paved resort walks in the world, with one called the Mountain Ridge. And also we followed the tourist train as it appeared from one tunnel, went over a bridge before disappearing into another tunnel. At over 3,200 metres above sea level, Kufri was the perfect place to begin our first day on the bikes, leaving behind the chaos of Delhi and the holiday traffic around Shimla. One thing that immediately stood out was the number of Suzuki Altos. They seem to be the vehicle of choice throughout the Himalayas. Apart from India being the primary manufacturer for the Suzuki Alto, their compact size makes them perfect for the narrow, winding mountain roads, while their simple mechanics and the easy ability of spare parts also make them ideal for life in these remote regions. Another thing I couldn't help noticing was the beehives. They seem to pop up everywhere, to the point where it felt like there was one on almost every corner. The local bees clearly have some prime real estate. The hillsides are also lined with apple orchards, which are a major source of income for many local villages. After a quick stop for refreshments and a masala tea, we gradually descended into the valley. The temperature began to rise and the dense pine forest slowly disappeared. The landscape became drier with a distinct Mediterranean feel. Along the roadside, particularly near towns, there are many damaged and abandoned vehicles that appeared to be unfortunate victims of the landslides. It was obvious the region was still recovering from winter. There was a lot of evidence that road crews had been busy clearing landslips and repairing damage caused by months of snow and rain. Also random stacks of freshly cut logs beside the road. Are they for firewood, building or furniture? If anyone knows exactly what they're used for, let me know in the comments. The scenery changed again. Eucalyptus trees appeared and the rugged mountain landscape remind me of the Grampians or the Victorian High Country back in Australia. This abandoned building, partially buried beneath a massive rockfall, was a stark reminder of just how dangerous these mountains can be. Corner after corner, we kept dropping lower into the valley, wondering if we'd ever eventually reach the river below. Eventually we arrived at the valley floor and joined the Sutlej River. Alongside it was a huge construction site, which I assume is another hydroelectric project. As we passed through another village, we spotted yet another car graveyard. We reached another permit checkpoint. Many of India's high altitude regions, including Ladakh and Spiti, require visitors to carry an inner line permit. These checkpoints verify permits before allowing travellers to continue into these environmentally sensitive and strategically important areas. It was during this section that it really hit me. I was riding in the Himalayas. From here, the scenery became even more spectacular. The valley narrowed, towering cliffs closed in around us, and the road twisted beneath enormous rock overhangs carved into the mountainside. This was the first hold-up, while army trucks and buses carefully squeezed past each other on the narrow road. This is the advantage of being on a bike. And more army trucks. I also noticed several tunnels leading into the mountainside. After doing a bit of research, I discovered that these are called adits, horizontal access tunnels that connect the surface to a massive 17.2 kilometre head race tunnel which carries water to the hydroelectric power station further downstream. Another adit, clearly marked adit 2 to HRT. Another hydroelectric power station. prove I'm still an amateur filmmaker. My camera battery ran out. Let's look at the map to see where we rode today. From Kufri, we followed the National Highway 5 down to the Sutlej River and followed the river before making a climb into Kalpa.